So Jim, as I've been sitting here, I've been getting a sense, and it's a sixth sense, and it's my beak. My beak picks these things up. And something's bothering you, something's bugging you, that there's something on your mind, that you'd like to get off your chest, that you've got some kind of, I'm going to call it beef, that you'd like to talk about. What's your beef?
You want to know what my beef is?
I'm asking you, what's your beef? Tell me what your beef is.
Well, I wouldn't call it a big beef, but I have a beef.
I have a beak. I call it a big beak.
Yep.
So you have a mini beef, a slice of beef.
I have a mini beef.
2 slices of beef.
Yeah.
Get on with the beef.
Okay. Let me get on with it.
Go ahead.
Could we please stop talking about a golfer who's not playing and talk about some of the other stories?
Arnold Palmer?
Why are we continuing to talk about Tiger Woods?
Oh, Tiger Woods.
And all of everything that's going on with him. We're going to analyze every single swing, every 3 steps the guy takes, and we're going to talk about when he's going to play. And why can't we focus on some of the stories? We had 2 great stories yesterday in a playoff. You had a guy, James Hahn and Dustin Johnson in the playoff, along with Paul Casey, who arguably doesn't have a story. But Hahn was selling shoes in a Nordstrom a few years ago.
He was selling shoes?
He was selling shoes.
Orthopedic shoes or regular shoes?
No, regular shoes.
Wow.
Had $200 in his bank account and decided to give golf another chance. He's a guy who went to University of California at Berkeley, quit the golf team his senior year to make sure he could graduate. So this guy's only been playing on tour a short period of time, and here this guy is in contention at one of the biggest tournaments ever. And we got just a little clip of what had happened to him. And we talk about Tiger's comeback and all he's doing to come back, and we're going to start on Tuesday when Tiger comes back. Meanwhile, you got Dustin Johnson, who's been out for 4 or 5 months, had some issues, right? Mm-hmm. And has been in contention the last 2 weeks, and was in a playoff yesterday to potentially win the tournament. Why can't we talk about that more as a feel-good story and how he's come back and now is utilizing his talent, because that guy's talented.
Dustin Johnson?
Yeah, that guy can hit a golf ball.
Probably the best athlete out there.
Oh, yeah, he can dunk a basketball.
He sure can.
Yeah. So I get a little bit tired. Now, I thought they did a better job yesterday staying away from Tiger, but they got they got the couple of references in there about, Tiger was 16 when he played here. These are 2 really good stories about guys that are really talented golfers. And, why can't we spend time more time on the guys who are playing than the guy who isn't playing? I understand he's the greatest golfer, or is going to be the greatest golfer ever, but he's not playing. Let's focus on the guys that are playing. He had good stories there yesterday. Sergio in the hunt, and spits the bit again.
That's par for his course.
Yeah, right.
So your beef is that there's too much Tiger.
Too much Tiger.
Too much Tiger.
Look.
Especially when Tiger's not there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the other guys. That's your beef.
Yeah. And why are we announcing when he's not playing? Dustin Johnson might not play next week. You think there'll be an announcement in the paper?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Right.
I don't know. I would just like to see it again. I would have liked to have seen more time spent on Hahn in terms of
it's
his
an interesting
story.
little backstory.
But
selling shoes to the winning golf tournament?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good story.
But we only got little drips and drabs of it. So,
and there's that guy at the U.S. Open last year, Compton, right? Is that
the heart transplant.
Double heart transplant recipient, right?
Yep.
And he's playing golf for a living.
Yep.
And playing well.
And playing well.
And that gets like a couple minute little sort of segment, and then we're back to the regular guys.
Yeah. He got
enough for you?
Yeah, I don't know that he got enough for me.
I might beef over that.
You might beef over that?
I might beef over him.
Yeah. You think Tiger's going to win another major?
No.
You think he's done?
I think that he's done a lot of damage to his body. Mm-hmm. I think that his workout regime was way over the top in a lot of ways for golf. Mm-hmm. And I think once you start, knees are one thing, but once they start talking back, I mean, one of my favorite golfers of all time is Seve Ballesteros. And Seve was Tiger before there was Tiger. He was winning, he won 5 majors by 33 years old and then had a back problem. And unlike Freddie Couples, never really was able to figure out how to manage it. Of course, tragically died at 52 of a brain tumor. But I think once you start talking back, in addition to the other problems that Tiger has, and he's 39 years old, and he's had the surgeries, and a big part of it, which back to your point about beef, that they don't talk about is the guys that are out in the tour today have never seen Tiger when Tiger was in his prime. They don't have that fear factor of him. They hit the ball longer than he ever did. They putt as well. They chip as well. They're playing all over the world, and they're not afraid of Tiger.
No.
So do I see Tiger chasing down a Rory in a final at Augusta? I don't see it. Guys like Martin Keimer, Charles Schwartzel, Louis Oosthuizen, these kids are mentally strong and mentally tough, and are physically gifted. And to win a major, Tiger has to put 4 consecutive rounds together. Can he do it? I don't know. I mean, his best place to win one would be the Augusta.
Yeah.
If he can't win at Augusta, I don't see him winning a U.S. Open. I suppose he can win a PGA because those courses somewhat set up, but I don't know. I think the competition used to be Tiger in the field, and now I take the field all the time.
Yeah. I think he's still going to win because I think that he is.
And then your beef, you won't have a beef then?
No. My beef is with the
if
media.
If he's back, you don't have a beef. When he's out, you got a beef.
That's right.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. I think he's going to. I think if he can get healthy, and to your point, back is a tough one.
It's tough to get back from the back.
Yes, it is. If he can't get healthy, then obviously you can't play at the level that these guys are playing at.
Right.
Again, Dustin Johnson yesterday was unbelievable.
He hits the ball like 400 yards off the tee.
I can only imagine what it sounds like. It's got to sound like it's coming out of a cannon when he hits it.
Right.
Because his swing is so big and so long. It's just unbelievable.
What is he, 6?
He kind of hits it like you.
It's funny you should say that because DJ, his buddies call him DJ.
He's DJ now?
Yeah, DJ and I were out with his father-in-law, Wayne, the great one, and they were looking at my practice swing, and they were saying,
"Oh, you do have the best practice swing."
Yeah, thank you. That is true. I've been told that on many occasions. What happens when I get over the ball? It's another story.
Completely
different. But practice swing, beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
If Tiger had my practice swing with Dustin Johnson's regular swing, he'd have no beef.
Isn't that you in Harvey Penick's book, The Practice Swing? I think it is. It must be.
A lot of people say it's Crenshaw, but
I think it's you.
We're breaking it here today.
Yeah. Time to go. Thanks for filling in. It's nice to be with you.
It's great to be here. I hope that Jim survives his bullfights down in Mexico.
Yeah. Maybe the bull will win this time.
And maybe he'll make some money and have money for a flight back.